Hey, this is Christian, and today I am looking at 1 Samuel 17. Starting at verse 41, it says, The Philistine started walking towards David with his shield bearer walking in front of him. He kept coming closer, and when he got a good look at David, he was filled with scorn for him because he was just a nice, good-looking boy. He said to David, What's that stick for? Do you think I'm a dog? And he called down curses from his God on David. Come on, he challenged David, and I will give your body to the birds and animals to eat. David answered, You are coming against me with sword, spear, and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the Israelite armies, which you have defied. This very day the Lord will put you in my power. I will defeat you and cut off your head, and I will give the bodies of the Philistine soldiers to the birds and animals to eat. Then the whole world will know that Israel has a God, and everyone will see that the Lord does not need swords or spears to save his people. He is victorious in battle, and he will put all of you in our power. Goliath started walking towards David again, and David ran quickly towards the Philistine battle line to fight him. In our culture these days, tons of people are looking for money and fame and celebrity. It's actually kind of cool to be a celebrity for being a celebrity right now. But I think the thing that really, really makes a difference, true power comes in authority. Authority says that it doesn't matter what you have, you still win. I can walk into a store right now, and if the store owner says, give her whatever she wants, I don't have to have a dime in my pocket. I don't have to own anything. They don't have to know me. They do, however, have to give me whatever I want because I've been given the authority by the owner. And that's what David has here that everybody else didn't have up till this point. Goliath had been coming against the Philistine army, had been coming against the Israelite army for a good time at this point. And everybody that sent up against them would either come back defeated or dead if they came back at all. And so people were actually terrified of Goliath at this point. And David goes, No, I got this. Because he had the authority of the God in heaven, and he also had experience knowing that God has been with him before. He said, I've seen God take on a bear. I've seen God take on the lion. I've seen God work in me. So it doesn't matter what you're saying. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what it looks like. I've got this because I have the authority of God in front of me. So David walks up to Goliath, just with no fear whatsoever. And Goliath actually, it says Goliath looked at him with scorn because he was like, it's a little boy with a stick. Did y'all really just send me a little boy with a stick? And David is completely unperturbed. He says, You are coming against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the Israelites' armies, which you have defied. He knew that what was at hand had absolutely nothing to do with him. It was the fact that this Goliath, this man, said that the army of God was to be defeated. That's what's happening in your lives. People are coming up to you going, no, your dream's not going to happen. You're even telling yourself, I don't know, maybe it's not going to come. The problem is you're looking at it as whatever the situation is. But the dream that's in you, that came from God. So that's what's at stake here. God is absolutely going to do what he said every single time. And David says, look, you come with me with sword and spear and javelin. You actually have better weapons than me. You have more experience than me. Your resume is longer than mine. You've been doing this longer. You're actually more talented. You're thinner. You're taller. You're prettier. You actually, on paper, beat me. However, I walk in the authority of the Lord Almighty. Every single thing that you guys come against in life, every single thing I come against in life is always going to be bigger than me. Every time. The key is I'm not here on my own. I am a child of the Most High God. It goes on and says in 46, This very day the Lord will put you in my power. I will defeat you and cut off your head, and I will give you the bodies of the Philistine soldiers to the birds and animals to eat. He looks at Goliath and says, I'm going to cut off your head with no sword in his hand. He is actually prophesying to himself at this point, going, no, God has this. This is actually what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I am going to open this business. I am going to raise these kids on my own. Not only am I going to do it, but they're going to get college educations. You know what? I'm going to start this business, and people are going to come. I'm going to have more business than I know what to do with, and I'm going to be able to bless the community around me. You know what? It's not just that I'm going to start this church, but we're actually going to be a pillar of God in this community. It's not just that I'm going to get this job, but the people on this job are going to know that there's a God in heaven and he's for him. And that's where David goes next. He says, then the whole world will know that Israel has a God, and everyone here will see that the Lord does not need swords or spears to save his people. He is victorious in battle, and he will put all of you in our power. They're going to know that God is for you. Everything that's in front of you, it's going to happen. And the whole world will know that there is a God in heaven, that your God rules this earth, that there's nothing outside of his purview, nothing outside of his power. The God of heaven is on their side. People are going to flock to go see Jesus because of what's on the inside of you. The last verse I read, which is 48, is my favorite because it says, Goliath started walking towards David again, and David ran quickly towards the Philistine battle line to fight him. He was so convinced of the authority that God had put on his life that he actually runs into battle. He's looking at this big, giant 9-10 foot guy in front of him and runs directly for it. Some of you guys are looking at cancer and bills and everything imaginable. Run directly towards it. The God of heaven is on your side. Love you.